In this video, we are going to compare fractions. And so, as you know, fractions are a ratio of integers. Typically, you can think of it as something that is not exactly an integer, but an integer plus something little more than an integer. So here we are going to go through an example that will make this concept clear. So we are given 4 pairs of fractions, and we want to compare which one is larger and which one is smaller. That's what we need to find out. So one key thing to note here is that when you are comparing fractions, you can only compare fractions that have the same denominator or equal denominator. If they don't have the same denominator, then the first step is to convert them into equivalent fractions with the same denominator, and then you can compare the numerator to check which one is larger and which one is smaller. So let's go through these examples one by one. That will make this clear. So the first one is 2/3 versus 1/3. Here it is clear. So 2/3 is bigger than 1/3. Both of them have equal denominator here. So we can directly compare their numerators. 2 is greater than 1. So 2/3 is greater than 1/3. So that was the first one. Let's talk about the third one. That will make it clearer, and then we'll compare the other ones. So here I'm going to talk about the third one first. We want to compare 2/3 versus 4/6. Now these two don't have equal denominator, so let's equalize their denominator. We know that 3 and 6, so 6 is a multiple of 3, and 3 2s are 6. So we need to multiply the numerator and denominator of the first fraction by this number 2, and that will make it so 2/3 is equal to 2 times 2 divided by 3 times 2. I'm multiplying the numerator and denominator by the same number, so the fraction does not change, which is equal to 4 divided by 6. So actually the two fractions are equal, so that's good. Now let's talk about a general method of equalizing denominators, because in this example of the third case, we lucked out. We got the two denominators that were multiples of each other, but in general they may or may not be multiples of each other. So the way to compare fractions in that case, let's talk about example number 2 here, which is 2/3 versus 3/4. Which one is larger and which one is smaller here? So 3 and 4 are not a multiple of each other. 3 does not divide 4, or 4 does not divide 3. So the way to do this is to multiply the numerator and denominator of the first fraction by the second denominator. So let's talk about this guy. So 2/3 is equal to 2 times 4 divided by 3 times 4. I'm multiplying the numerator and denominator of the first fraction by the denominator of the second one, which becomes 8 divided by 12. And this 3/4 is again a fraction. I'm going to multiply the numerator and denominator by the denominator of the first fraction. So 3/4 becomes 3 times 3 divided by 4 times 3, which is 9 divided by 12. So now we can compare these fractions. Now these two have the same denominator, so we can compare them. So we know that 8 divided by 12 is clearly less than 9 divided by 12, which means 2/3 is less than 3/4. The fourth one is also similar. We'll go through the math so that the concept becomes clear to us. So 2 divided by 3 versus 7 divided by 10. Again, 3 and 10 are not multiples of each other. So we go through the general process of multiply the fractions numerator and denominator by the second denominator. So 2/3 is equal to 2 times 10 divided by 3 times 10, which is 20 divided by 30. And same thing for the second denominator. 7/10 is equal to 7 times 2 divided by 10 times 2. What am I doing this? Sorry. 7 times 3 divided by 10 times 3, which is 21 divided by 30. So we have here 20 divided by 30 less than 21 divided by 30, which means 2/3 is less than 7/10. That's it.